son.
Ayer creo que te vi, qué gusto me dio. Suspiré al saber que era solamente una ilusión. El día que te fuiste, mi vida cambió. Le grité preguntando por qué te fuiste sin decirme adiós. Vuelve pronto mi amor, te lo pido por favor. Solo quiero verte una vez más para decirte lo que quiero. Vuelve pronto. Solo un momento te pido a ti para calmar este dolor que te hice, porque te fuiste de mí. Vuelve pronto mi amor, te lo pido de favor. Solo quiero verte una vez más para decirte lo que quiero. Vuelve pronto mi amor, te lo pido por favor. Solo te pido a ti para calmar este dolor que te hice, porque te fuiste de mí.
All righty, ¿qué pasa, amigos? You're watching the best dang Tejano show. That's Prime Time. I'm your host, tu servidor, Jerry Avila, with the best dang Tejano show. That's Prime Time. I hope you folks are enjoying today's show. And you know we're now live on Thursday evenings from 8 to 9 p.m. Grande Cable and Time Warner Cable Systems right here in Austin, Texas, and the surrounding area. So, bienvenidos. Welcome to the show. And I hope you folks enjoyed the first video of the evening was by Mr. Joel Lopez. So I hope you folks enjoyed that. I know you women out there enjoyed it very much. Pero welcome to the show. And it feels good to be back on a Thursday evening right here in the capital city. That's Austin, Texas. And this goes out to all my Longhorns out there. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo están? And we're still there with you. We're hanging in there with you guys. Pero once again, welcome to the show. And we're going to have some very special guests in the studio today. Very first, I have a very special guest here. He's been nominated 6 times for a Grammy. He's actually won the Grammy 2 times. And he's going to be a future Hall of Famer and one of the top 5 Tejano artists of all time. And I would say the top Tejano artist of Austin, Texas of all time. That's el Mero, Gato Negro, Mr. Ruben Ramos. ¿Qué pasa, Ruben? ¿Cómo estás, amigo? Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Well, I want to thank you for coming to the show today and spending some time with us. And first of all, you know, you've been nominated for 6 Grammys in your span of the music industry, in which you are very, I would say, a professional and one of my colleagues. And a lot of people admire what you're doing now than what you've been doing earlier in your career. It seems like later on in your career, you're winning all these awards now. Is it because you're more seasoned, or is it because you plan out a lot better now?
Well, it's all about planning, you know. In the beginning, we didn't know about Grammys. We didn't know that we needed to register and submit our CDs for Grammys. We didn't know that. We just played music, you know. And finally, as you get older, you get wiser. We're not businessmen. We're musicians, you know. But as we go along, you know, we get knowledge not only musically, but we get knowledge by seeing other people. I was with the Super 7, and I saw more or less how they do it. You know, how they do it. We were in a Grammy with them, you know, and they were more business, you know, the business in the part of it, you know. So we had to get into the business in part of it and
incorporate all that in.
Incorporate all of it in, and of course, with my brother and Rick Fuentes and my 2 sons and the band, the Mexican Revolution, you know, we have gotten a little wiser, you know. So we've been submitting our CDs to the Grammys, you know, all this time when we could have been doing it since a long time ago.
Right, and you know, and that's one of the things with the Tejano music industry is that we seem to be 2 to 3 years behind in what's going on in the other genres of music. But that doesn't mean we're not doing anything bad.
No.
It just means that in our genre of music, we're still incorporating a lot of new things and transitioning to a newer level.
Yeah, and plus we're having to jump a lot of hurdles, you know.
Right.
We haven't jumped like recently now, you know. We had, I don't know, maybe 100 radio stations playing Tejano, you know, 3-4 years ago.
Right.
Now there's
half
probably
of that. Right.
10.
Right.
You know, so all that comes into play, you know, and makes the job harder. But we gotta be diligent. We gotta keep going, man. This is what we love to do. So hey, we don't have no radio. Let's get into the web. Use the web. Use the internet. You know, and that's what we've been doing. You know, and it all comes to learning it all.
As you go as well.
As you go, you know. Pero antes, no vamos a tocar, vamos a Taylor or wherever, you know. And, you know, and you keep going next week. But down the road, you gotta, you know, before when I was playing in the early days, you know, we didn't take taxes. We didn't, you know, the IRS or whatever. Now we do. We keep books. I keep books, you know.
Right.
And all this comes from as you go along, you learn all this, what you need to do.
Right, but it also comes from success. You know, you have to be successful in the type of music genre that you're in.
Right.
And so those are one of the things that has to be incorporated as you go along.
Right.
And you're a very successful Tejano artist, and in my opinion, you've set a lot of standards, not only in Austin, but in the Tejano music industry. You're long-standing. You've been one of the ones that's been constant with excellent CDs back-to-back, which I thought you should have won 2 Grammys in a row. But that's other professionals.
Right.
But as a colleague, not as a friend, but as a colleague in the industry, you've been doing excellent, in my opinion.
Well, first of all, gracias a Dios, you know, I'm still doing what I love to do, you know, and hopefully continue doing, you know, God willing, my health and whatever, but, you know, firsthand, but it's the love of music keeps me going.
Okay, we're going to take an extra minute here, and so my director's telling me that I have to go, but I'm going to take 1 extra minute, Karla, because I have something really important to talk about here. Okay, you're nominated for the 2010 Latin Grammys. This is your recent nomination,
right?
And you're nominated with Little Joy La Familia,
right?
Joe Posada, Elida Reina, and Sonny Sauceda.
Right.
And you and Little Joe go back to back, you know, on these nominations. But when you see the younger artists coming in and getting nominated as well, what do you think when you see that? How do you feel when you see younger artists that are evolving and becoming one of the superstars?
That's what needs to. That's what we need to see. We need to see the younger generation getting in there. submit your CDs. All the young Chicano Tejanos and Norteños, or they submit your CDs.
Right.
Because that's all part of the whole wheel, all part of the whole game.
Right.
To remain in the picture.
But you were there at one time as well. Remember?
Yeah.
You would say to yourself, "Hey, I'm going to be there one day, and when I am, I'm going to enjoy it."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I understand where you're coming from. All right, Friday, October the 8th, you're going to be at H&H Ballroom performing, and you're going to be there on behalf of the Austin Tejano Coalition.
And the 5th anniversary.
The 5th anniversary,
Yes.
and you'll be there mañana. So how do you feel about the show tomorrow?
I feel great. We're ready. We're ready. We have the band is real. I mean, this to me, I'm my horn like Longhorn, but I'm pumping my horn or whatever, blowing my horn. But to me, we have one of the best, party traveling band right now.
Right.
The Mexican Revolution.
Right. I'd say one of the top 5 artists that's going around right now. But you know what, también, Ruben, is that when you were first going, you played with your brothers, and now a couple of your brothers aren't with you anymore, que descansa en paz, pero
Right.
now you have a new band. It's a younger band.
Yeah.
You got a lot of youngsters in there with energy. Do they energize you? Do they get you going and get ready for the show?
Of course.
But also, you got to coach them, right?
Well,
You got to be Papa Bear, don't you?
Well, you got to, because you got to tell them what I want,
Right.
what I need to hear,
Right.
kind of speaking, But that's when my brother Joe comes in. My brother Joe and of course Rick Fuentes, they come in. They're like
the veterans.
They know what we need to do. They're the ones that put the music together. They're the ones that tell the horn, hey, play this. Hey, no, that's flat or that's sharp or whatever. And my sons Ruben and Mark. They also, hey, I don't worry about, the PA, who's going to put it up. Hey, when I get there, everything's set, everything, the lights and
you need to worry about performing. That's
all I
what
have
you
to
need
do,
Right.
get your butt on stage and sing,
Well, there's where your girlfriend takes care of that, right?
Yes.
She'll escort you to stage.
That's right.
All right. Well, Ruben, I want to wish you the best. I want you to know that I think that you have a very good chance of winning your 3rd Grammy.
Well, we're going to Vegas, November the 10th and 11th,
Right.
And hopefully we're going to bring it back to Austin.
Right. Well, next time you
The
come to
Jerry
the
Avila show.
bring your Grammy. We want to see it on the show.
I promise, okay?
Okay.
But first of all, let me take just about 20 seconds.
Go ahead.
I want to say my deepest and sincere condolences to La Familia Contreras and also to La Familia Flores. That's my old drummer.
Right.
He's not old, but Chino Flores.
Right.
His father passed away, para ellos.
Right.
Sinceras condolencias.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
thank you,
for
Jerry.
being here, Ruben.
And you
I
keep your
appreciate
show
it.
going, man.
We're keeping it going. We're going into our 19th year coming up on 2011. So
Yes,
we've been hanging around and sticking around and plugging along, like Rudy Trevino says.
Because I want to come back here because we're going to have a big shindig dance Christmas night at the Flamingo.
All right, we're going to do it.
Okay.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, that's right here. Grammy Award winner, one of the top 5 Tejano artists of all time, El Mero, Gato Negro, Ruben Ramos. And you're going to see the video right here on Primetime. So I got to ask you, Ruben, what time is it?
Prime time.
Primetime. Here we go with the video. We'll be right back.
La consentida. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! Eres tú quien le dio luz a mi vida. Eres tú mi prietita consentida. Tus caricias, tus abrazos y tus besos es la única razón que yo existía. Eres tú el amor de mis amores. Eres toda una belleza entre las flores. No más quiero un deseo muy profundo. Es quererte y ser parte de tu mundo. Eres tú y tú y tú. Eres tú quien le dio luz a mi vida. Eres tú y tú y tú. prietita consentida. Eres tú quien le dio luz a mi vida, eres tú mi prietita consentida. Tus caricias, tus abrazos y tus besos es la única razón que yo existía. Eres tú el amor de mis amores, eres toda una belleza entre las flores. No más quiero un deseo muy profundo, es quererte y ser parte de tu mundo. Eres tú y tú y tú, eres tú quien le dio luz a mi vida. Eres tú y tú y tú, eres tú mi prietita consentida. Eres tú el amor de mis amores, eres toda una belleza entre las flores. No más quiero un deseo muy profundo, es quererte y ser parte de tu mundo. Eres tú y tú y tú, eres tú quien le dio luz a mi vida. Eres tú y tú y tú, eres tú mi prietita consentida. Eres tú y tú y tú, eres tú quien le dio luz a mi vida. Eres tú y tú y tú, eres tú mi prietita consentida.
It's prime time! May the force be with you.
Weapons Company, 123, 4th Marine Division. What time is it? Prime time!
por Dios te lo ruego, piensa bien y después no te amargues. Que mañana ya será muy tarde, si te quieres después arrepentir. Antenoche te vi platicando con un tipo vestido a la moda. Preparada ya tienes tu boda, no te queda tiempo que perder. Ayer tarde pasé por tu casa, me dijeron que estabas escribiendo.
¿A quién, flaco? Y al Sancho. Aguas.
Una carta que estabas haciendo que a tu novio te le ibas a mandar. Mira Luisa, por Dios te lo ruego, piensa bien y después no te amargues. Que mañana ya será muy tarde, si te quieres después arrepentir. Antenoche te vi platicando con un tipo vestido a la moda. Preparada ya tienes tu boda, no te queda ni tiempo que perder. Ayer tarde pasé por tu casa, me dijeron que estabas escribiendo.
Cerca, flaco, cerca. Cerca, que quieres.
Una carta que estabas haciendo que a tu novio se le ibas a mandar.